Hello everyone. So first of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Angel Yasrani and my roll number is 802.
My name is Rucha Bakre. My roll number is 804.
Hello, my name is Yogesh Ishte. My roll number is 866.
Hello everyone, my name is Vishaka Bhojne. My roll number is 807.
My name is Prathamesh Dikshit and roll number is H16. So welcome guys, as the title suggests, we are here to discuss about the transmission media. This is gonna be a report based presentation and we will discuss what actually the transmission media is, what are its types, what are its subtypes, their application and working. So without further ado, let's get started. Let us first see what transmission media actually is. Transmission media is nothing but the pathway through which our information travels from sender to receiver. Let us consider an example. Data can modulate through sound and sound requires any medium for its propagation, example air, solid or liquid. But vacuum can also be a good medium for electromagnetic waves. But electromagnetic waves does not require any material medium for their propagation such as air. But the electromagnetic waves are affected by the transmission media through which it propagates such as reflection or refraction. So we can use any material medium for its propagation such as optical fibers, and there are other types which we will discuss further. So the main function of the transmission media is to carry the information in the form of bits through LAN. So now let us see how it actually works. Transmission media are actually located below the physical layer, so we cannot actually see how it travels. But as we know, computer use signals for the representation of their data. These signals are first converted into the suitable form for the traveling. So they are converted into suitable form, example as electromagnetic waves. As it does not require any medium, so it can travel through air. So now these electromagnetic waves are traveled from sender to receiver. There they are decoded, and again through signals the receiver gets the data. So this is how this works. Transmission media act as a pathway from sender to receiver. So now let us see what are the types of transmission media. There are two types of transmission media, that are guided and unguided media. Guided media are further divided into three subtypes, that are optical fiber cable, twisted pair cable and coaxial cable, and unguided media are further divided into three types, that are radio waves, infrared waves and microwaves. Now let us discuss about its types.
So as my friend Prathamesh told you, I'll be explaining more about guided media. So what exactly does guided media means? It basically refers us to wired or bounded transmission media. So in guided media, we can say that when signals are being transmitted and they are directed and confined in a narrow pathway by some use of some physical guided media, there are basically three types of cables. First one is twisted pair cables, the second one is coaxial cables, and the third one is optical fiber cables. Now coming to the first one, so this is twisted pair cable. Now what exactly is twisted pair cables? In twisted pair cables, it consists of two conductors which are basically copper based, and it has its own plastic insulation. When all of these are twisted together, we call it as twisted pair cable. So as you can see inside the picture, this is a picture of this is what the twisted pair looks like. There are two major types. The first one is unshielded twisted pair and the second one is shielded twisted pair, which are also referred to as UTP and STP. So as UTP has an ability to block all the external interferences. It does not depend on any physical shield or anything. So that is the reason why its major application is in telephone. It is majorly used in telephonic lines. And coming to the STP, STP has this special jacket which helps in blocking the external interferences. So this is a major difference between both of them. Are the few major applications of twisted pair cables. So as we saw, it can be used in telephonic lines. It can also be used within the buildings and also for the local area networks, that is also known as LAN connectivity. So now coming to the second type, which is coaxial cables. Now coaxial cables basically have an outer plastic covering containing two parallel conductors, and each one of them has a separate insulating protection cover. Sorry for that. Okay, so now coaxial cable, it transmits information in basically majorly in two ways, two modes. The first one is baseband mode and the second one is broadband mode. Okay, so now also the coaxial cables are generally morely used in cable TVs and in analog TVs, television networks, or also it is used in coaxial cables. As we can see inside the picture, there is a plastic coating and the two parallel conductors, each one of them has an insulating protection cover. These are some of the categories of coaxial cables. The first one, as we can see, RG59, its impedance is 75 ohms and it's basically it is mostly used in cable TVs. And the second one is RG58, which has impedance of around 50 ohms, and the third one is RG11, which also has impedance of around 50 ohms and it is in thick Ethernet. Okay, so now coming to the next slide, which is applications of coaxial cables. So these are some of the applications of the coaxial cables. It is easy. It is easy for long distance telephone transmission, so it is used in that. It can carry around 10,000 voice calls simultaneously, and as we also see, it is also used for short distance computer system links in local area networks, which are LANs. So it is quite useful.
Now I'll be explaining about the optical fiber. So what is an optical fiber? It is the technology which is associated with the data transmission over a long distance along with the long cable, which is called as optical fiber, and it is made up of plastic or the glass. It is very useful because it has less data degradation, and as well as it is unaffected by the electromagnetic interference. Optical fiber has layers in which the outer layer is the cladding and the inner layer is the core. The outer layer of the cladding needs better protection than the inner layer. The optical fiber is classified on the basis of refractive index, material, and the mode of propagation. On the basis of the refractive index, there are two types: self-index fibers and graded index fibers. In the self-index fibers, it consists of a core surrounded by the cladding, which has a single uniform index of the refraction. And in the graded index fibers, the refractive index of the optical fiber decreases as the distance between the optical axis is increased. On the basis of material, there are two types, that is plastic and the glass. And on the basis of the mode of propagation, there are also two types, which are single mode fibers and multi-mode fibers. In single mode fibers, the data transmission over a long distance, while in multi-mode fibers, the data transmission over a short distance. How optical fiber works? The principle used in this is the total internal reflection of the light. That means light undergoes over many times of reflection. In this system, there are four components are used, which are transmitter, optical fiber, optical receiver, and optical regenerator. Optical transmitter transmits the light signals and encodes them to encodes. Optical receiver is receives the signals and decodes. An optical regenerator is necessary for long distance data transmission. It has the advantages, which are: it is very economical and cost effective, thin and non-flammable, flexible and lightweight, and less signal degradation and less power consumption. And the applications of optical fiber are in the TV and telephone wires, and in the LAN connections for the fast data transmission.
I am going to explain unguided media. Unguided media, it is also called wireless communication. Unguided media transport electromagnetic waves without using a physical conductor. It is known as wireless communication. Signals broadcast through free space and available to capable receiver. No physical medium is required for the transmission of electromagnetic signals. electromagnetic spectrum for wireless communication. It is 3 kHz to 300 GHz for radio waves and microwaves, and 400 THz to 900 THz for infrared. It consists of 3 types. First, radio waves. These are easy to generate and can penetrate through buildings. The sending and receiving antennas need not to be aligned. Frequency range 3 kHz to 1 GHz. AM and FM radios and cordless phone use radio waves for transmission. When they are transmitted, they hit the ionosphere and bounce back to the receiver. It is further categorized as terrestrial and satellite. Radio waves are widely used in modern technology for mobile radio communication, broadcasting, radar and other navigation systems, communication satellite, computer networks and many other applications. Second, microwaves. Microwaves are a form of electromagnetic energy like light waves or radio waves. It is a line of sight transmission, that is, the sending and receiving antennas need to be properly aligned with each other. The distance covered by the signal is directly proportional to the height of the antenna. Frequency range of microwaves is 1 GHz to 300 GHz. These are majorly used for mobile phone. Application of microwaves. Microwaves are mostly used in wireless communication like cell phones, and WLAN means wireless local area network. Second, global positioning system. Each satellite transmits a regular GPS signal that is carried by radio waves in the microwave part of the electromagnetic spectrum. Third, in computer engineering like bus system and CPU. Fourth, a microwave antenna is a physical transmission device used to broadcast microwave transmission between two and more locations. Antennas are also used in radar, radio astronomy and electronic warfare. Fifth, other applications are microwave heating, power transfer, imaging, biological effect and safety.
Infrared waves and wireless propagation. First is discussed in infrared waves. Infrared wave is used as short distance communication like remote control TV, and these use are in all people in our life. They cannot penetrate through obstacle. They prevent interference between system. The frequency range is 300 GHz to 400 THz. And next slide is application of infrared waves. The application of infrared waves is remote control TV, smartphone, printer, PlayStation, imaging scanner, home security system. This is the application of infrared waves. And next point is wireless propagation. The unguided signal travel from the source to destination in several ways. It is known as wireless propagation. The net result is state that wireless propagation leads to the loss of receiver, the signal power, as well as the presence of multipath, which create a frequency selectivity channel. And the three types of wireless propagation: ground propagation, sky propagation, and last is a line of sight propagation.
So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So in this we discuss what is transmission media, its types, subtypes, their working and application. So till then, me and my team, we are signing out.